Hello, everyone. Welcome. It's Friday. That means it's time for our Friday news feed. Of course, everyone along the eastern seaboard here in the U.S. has been following the path of Hurricane Matthew throughout this week. First and foremost, we just want to send our thoughts and prayers to everyone who's been affected, who's being affected, or will be affected by this storm. You know, when you just saw that weather pattern, you don't need to be a meteorologist. As it was developing over Haiti, we have a picture of that storm. Again, you don't have to be a meteorologist to look at that and know that is a ferocious.
And this is one of those storms where everybody is on the same page.
You know, people say they want to ride out the storm, hunker down. Well, a lot of problems with that when you have a storm this big. You're putting yourself in jeopardy, but you're also putting first responders, those people that may be coming out to help you, at risk.
Well, it's also, this is the time where I always tell people, look, you may not be big into watching TV or even listening to the radio, but this is a period of time where listening to local authorities, because these storm systems can move so abruptly, they can get more ferocious, they can get less intense, and knowing what's going on in your particular area
exactly,
and following the recommendations from your local sources is so important.
Local government, local weather stations, but I mean, just the terms they're using to describe this storm, a monster, a killer, the real deal. I mean, we can't ignore it. So our plea is do everything you can to get out of harm's way and plan ahead, whatever you need. If you have to pick up and leave your locale, bring your medications, be prepared to be away from home.
Well, that's one of the things we always talk about on the show is the best way to weather a storm is to have a plan in place, because failing to plan is planning to fail.
Never one this magnitude, but living in Connecticut in New England, you do get hit by hurricanes. I remember I was living right on the water, and this near 100-mile-per-hour wind picked up a glass tabletop, lifted it up, became airborne, flying like a wing, slammed against a big tree, and shattered like a hand grenade. So if somebody had been out there, if somebody had been in harm's way, they wouldn't be here.
And you know what's interesting about big hurricanes like this is there's obviously so much wind and so much water, and yet the irony is that even in places like Haiti, which already have been hit, the big issue ultimately becomes having enough fresh water. And that's what's always difficult, is people don't always account for the fact that when flooding occurs and the aftermath, the risks for infectious diseases, not having fresh water,
like you said,
is a big concern.
Losing power sources, and of course, you know, people of Haiti have a special place in our heart. We've been there a number of times to help them out. We know that they got hit pretty hard, as they always do, and infrastructure is always an issue in Haiti, but we wish them the best.
Well, and certainly this is just one of those things. Be prepared. Make sure you have a plan in place, whether you've already enacted that plan or are thinking about enacting that plan. And at our website, thedoctorstv.com, we're going to have some links so you can help the victims of this hurricane, both abroad and at home.